What is going on, guys? PokeLiv here. In today's video, I'm going to be doing kind of like a spin-off of a video I've done before, and these are 10 more things that the more I play this game, the more they just drive me absolutely insane, and I want to see change when we get a new Animal Crossing. Coming in at number 1 is going to be the travel process, of course, but it's actually a little bit different this time. It's going to be when you use your Nook Mile tickets, which if you're anything like me, you love a resident hunt. It's a great way to not be bored with the game. It's exciting. You want new characters. You don't know who you're going to get. And, you know, it can be tedious, especially when you are just using ticket after ticket and finding absolutely no one that you want. When you go talk to Wilbur, you only have the option to go home. I think that right here, you should have an option to fly directly to another island using a Nook Mile ticket. Because again, if you are resident hunting and you are just going from one to the next, striking out like I do all the time, you just want to get this done as quickly as possible. So I don't understand why there is no option to go to another island from an island. You actually have to choose the option to fly home. Then you actually end up in your airport and you have to do it over and over again, and it drives me nuts. So coming in at number 3, it's going to be crafting items. So if you are trying to fish for something, really rare, you're going to need a lot of bait, trust me. And if you don't go to a treasure island and you do it the old school way where you actually have to craft items, it's really silly that you can't just mass craft a bunch of things at once. You have to do it one by one, and then you get the showcase and you get all of that. And it's just one of those things where I feel like if you have 10 20 of these clams or any item that you are crafting, you should be able to select an option that allows you to just do many of them, because it makes, especially crafting bait, that's why I put bait in here, it is tedious, guys. It is just one of those things that I don't know why they did like this, and I hope to see something change in the future. Now, coming in at number 3, it's going to be changing the island's name. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the name. It was an older pug that I had. His name was Bubba, and unfortunately he did pass away. So I just feel like maybe you picked something that you just kind of wish you could change. Maybe it makes you sad, or you just outgrown your name. I don't know. I mean, I love keeping my dog's legacy alive with this, so I'm okay with it. But I think in today's world with technology, we should be able to change our island's name. So coming in at number 4, you guys probably don't think about this too much, and I just realized you can't ride any of the rides. I have this little amusement park area that I still have yet to finish, but you can't ride any of the rides. It's why are they there? You can't play any of the games. And then if you go even further than that, if you have a pool like I do, you can't swim in it. And if you have one of those really cool light up jacuzzis, you can't do anything with it. You can't go in it. It just lights up. You can move it. You can place it. It looks cool, but you can't do anything with it. So why are they there? Coming in at number 5, this is probably going to be the quickest part of this video. Why do they give us DIYs if we already know them? Why? We just sell them. They don't do anything. This drives me nuts. So coming in at number 6 is going to be the placement of items in this game. And don't get me wrong, I talk about it all the time. I love the customization of Animal Crossing. It's so well done. But the things that they didn't do that great really do suck. And this is one of them. I wanted this sign here to have a lot of roses around it. I think it would just look really natural, like a sign in the woods with all these flowers around it, which is what I'm going for on my island for a theme. But it doesn't let you. When you go and place it and you try and move it, it's really finicky. You can't get it too close to the water. It takes up more space than it should just by looking at it. I should be able to slide this over to the left, but it doesn't let me. And I can't plant roses around it any closer than what I have right now, which is just something that I think we should be able to do. And I just think that they should really focus more on these details in the future and really let us customize it even further, because I know a lot of people feel the same as I do with this. So coming in at number 7, the next few points here kind of all tie in together, but it is about your residence. So this one, to me, doesn't make a whole lot of sense that you can see on the map where your residents' houses are, but you can't actually see where your residents are at the time. Like if you did not know whose house that was and they're not there and it says Kabuki, you go to the map and it just shows you where you're already at. Why doesn't it show us where the resident is? This would be really helpful if you're trying to kick out a resident. Usually they're going to be in front of their house like Hans was, or they're going to be outside the resident center. But if you don't know who they are, you should be able to identify them by the map. And if you didn't know, you can actually have your map on at all times, which is super helpful when you are on someone else's island and you don't know where you are. So fun fact there as well, but I wish that we could locate residents via your map. So sticking with the residents here, I feel like we should have mini missions with our residents. The only thing that you can really do is talk to them and give them a gift or get a gift in exchange, but you can't do anything with them unless you go into their house and, you know, they're sick and they need medicine. You have to craft it and bring it to them. You can't do anything with your characters. And none of mine were sick at the time when making this video, but I can't think of anything else that you could do unless you have a campsite visitor. And I just think it's a really huge thing that they really missed out on this game. Why do we have so many villagers and we can't do anything with them? And then another point while we're on this topic is, why can't we have more characters? There's another slot there, so I just don't understand why we can't have more. So I'm hoping to see that number of villagers change in the future because that would be awesome. Now, number 9 here is going to be bridges and inclines. And on my last one, I did very similar to this. I talked about the amount of bridges and inclines you are allowed to have in this game. Yes, we all know there should already be more. I have so many on my island. I am maxed out. I just love the way that bridges and inclines look. But one really interesting point that I never considered until I really started reading forums and what people really want to see change. A lot of these, yes, I did just pick because they are things that drive me crazy in this game. But this one actually I found because of you guys on the internet here. People want there to be an option to connect your cliffs with a bridge. And I think that that would be really, really cool. Like, could you imagine a bridge right above where I'm at right now? That would look so sick. So our last point here of things I want to see change is going to be moving your airport and resident center. And I'm going to emphasize more on the airport right now because when I first started playing this game years and years ago, I did not know that you could not move either of these two things, and I put them way too close to each other. And you guys tell me all the time on my stream, my island looks great, it doesn't matter. And yes, that is actually where the airplane with Wilbur goes out of, if you didn't know. But I just put it way too close. And that is why I have these giant waterfalls on both sides of my entrance so that it looks separate from, you know, there's just some separation between the airport and the Resi Center because it's just too close and I'm stuck with it. And if I could redo it, which I am not going to do, but if I could, I would move this resident center way back on my island. So if you are new and you're watching this, please be careful where you place these two things. So that is going to wrap things up, guys. I hope you liked this video, and please drop a comment and let me know what you guys want to see change in the future for this game. And yes, I know it is not that serious of a game, but keep in mind it is one of the Nintendo Switch's most popular games. It is played so much around the world. So don't take this too seriously. These are just some points that, as a person that plays this game all the time and streams it, I want to see these things change. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out some of my other content. We have tons of videos, live streams, tutorials, fun shorts, and so much more. And I will see you guys on the next video.